Pencils down, baby. Here we go. Pencils down. This is it. Ramble 306. Isn't that exciting? Man,
Impressive.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Are you guys excited for 306?
You can't read it on our faces.
Well, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's on me. That's on me. I'm sorry. Damn it. By the way, you can email us. I don't know if y'all knew that. Ramble@theramblepod.com.
Yeah.
We're on Twitter @PodcastRamble1.
Right.
Instagram @PodcastRamble. We have a TeePublic store. You can get Ramble
Yeah.
merch.
Yeah.
Soon to have a new store. Brian Hill emails, "Hello, Ramblers. I'm glad to hear I'm still deadlocked on the positive reviews," and he still is.
Still king of the hill.
Still king of the hill. I should get a prize for it. Anyway, just got back from my first ever cruise, and it was amazing. Good food. You can eat whenever you want. Lost count of how many drinks I had. Anyway, I love listening to you guys. You've gotten me through depressed days and never let me down with laughs. And ask Skeletor a question. If he's all skeleton, how does he take shits? Ha ha. Love you guys. You're amazing, and hope someday I can see you live. Get me VIP passes. I've become a big Eddie Pence fan, and I just love your comedy. Oh,
Thanks.
yeah, this is Brian Hill, a.k.a. Seahawks fan, 1987. Why do Cowboys fans always say this is our year? Keep it up.
Because it is.
A little shot on the way out.
Because it is. What do you mean?
It is.
Yeah,
I mean,
Cody
look,
said it right.
look,
it is.
It always is.
In previous years, I didn't really believe it. This year,
Right.
This year,
I
you're
truly
in.
believe
It's
it.
all in.
It's really,
This is our year. It's our year. This is the year. This is the year. This is the one.
You guys see that article where Jerry Jones said he's never selling?
Yeah,
no, but
regrettably
that's,
saw that. Even though he said they were worth like $22 billion or something.
Yeah.
Is that what he said? Like, yeah.
I'm never selling. Never sell.
Okay, thank you. Don't say what they're worth, and just shut the fuck up and don't sell. Graham and Faye, greetings to the Great White North, fellow Ramblers. Sorry about missing the last Ramble. This working in healthcare continues to zap my energy and give me quite the brain ache by the time I get home each day. That's all right. By the way, how many other Ramblin' Ralph reporters got quite the chuckle out of the Worms submission mention on the Ralph report from a couple of weeks back? And Eddie's quick explanation that it's not a made-up name, and he knows the Garmy member. I can't be the only one who did the audible Worms each time the name came up on the show. Worms? Hilarious. We have Wildcat 626. You guys, he's calling it already. You ready for this?
Yeah.
From round one to the final bloody execution, he would efficiently, cold-bloodedly perform, and that is the one and only Benson Dubois from Soap and later his self-titled series. Hands down, Benson wins the Butler battle. Benson was secretly a ruthless and utterly competent domestic operator and assassin for the real powers that be, but he was assigned to the elite American oligarchs, the Tate family, to monitor, protect, fix their fuck-ups, and if need be, eliminate any or all of them. He was later promoted and assigned to the state governor for the same purposes. Imagine your butler is actually James Bond or the Equalizer, either the limey TV fuck or the big screen Denzel, but has zero conscience, no compunction about ending your life. That was Benson. If given the order, the whole Tate household or governor's mansion was getting wet. Motherfucking Benson Dubois wins the Butler battle. Big, bald Belvedere, Tony, the woman robots, any children. Benson is putting them all on a shirt as casually as he'd prepare a fine meal or clear the table.
Wow.
Love you, Eddie. Love you, Jerry and Cody. Please bring your glove to those day games, Cody. Aaron Foul Balls can put you on a shirt. That's very, very true. From Wildcat 626. Thank you for that. How about this one?
All solid points about Benson.
Oh, very solid.
Solid
Benson
points.
He's my dark. I don't know. I still don't think he's a 1 seed. If we look at this, but I don't know. We'll talk about this Friday.
We can talk about that Friday. Yeah.
Cody, are you familiar with any of the names on this list? Probably.
You got a lot of research to do. You have hours and hours of research.
I know. I have to watch the full series of everyone mentioned.
Every one of these shows.
I know.
Beginning.
You got like 3 months of research to do.
Who's the boss? We'll be right back.
I have to watch
Who's the boss? Let's take before a live studio audience.
Angelo. Yeah, you gotta. Moner. Yeah, you gotta watch.
Moner. Who put all the toilet paper in the toilet? Mona.
Oh God! Of course. Was Who's the Boss before Commando? What was our generation's first?
I
Oh my God, we're all
think-
in love with Alyssa Milano. Was it? Who's the
They
Boss?
were. It was like neck and neck.
Right. Yeah, that
It was very close. It was around the same time. I want to say Commando might have been first,
It's tough. I mean, it's either way.
but it's
you
like
know?
Kirk Cameron and what's the Robin Williams Best of Times and
Best
then
of Times, and then Full House. Was he
Full
Full
House.
No,
Both
it wasn't
of them
Full
were in
House.
there.
What was he? Growing Pains.
Growing Pains because both
His
of them.
sister was Full House.
Yeah, but the Tracy Gold played his sister in
Growing Pains.
Growing Pains. Also
Yeah.
was his sister or his friend in Best of Times. They were in
That's
that movie
right.
together.
That's right.
Yeah. So I don't know what came
Wow.
first, Best of Times or Growing Pains.
And
but,
then
like,
when did Christ come into his life? That's the big
right, like 3 years later, when Christ entered his life.
Because boy, Kirk Cameron went full on.
Yeah.
Full on. He's like the right. He's
Who wins in a battle of Christiness, Rick Schroeder or Kirk Cameron? Like if you put them head to head, who believes harder?
I actually have a dark horse.
A triple threat match.
A third, yeah, that'd be the one and only Willie Ames, Bible man himself. I don't know who's
Wow.
stopping Willie Ames in that.
Wow,
one.
that's a brutal three-way.
I think more than all of them, Willie Ames. Okay, I take that back. Schroeder definitely has some pent up rage, but I think
Have you
Ames,
seen his videos? I mean, he's psychotic, dude.
I think Ames takes him though. I think Ames takes him. It's tough, but I think Ames takes
I think
him.
Cameron figured out how to make money doing it.
He's just happy. I think
He
that
made a
guy's
lot
just-
of money
yeah.
being Christy.
Those
I think-
two.
Rick Schroeder, though, I think he's
Those motherfuckers are on some direct-to-video shit,
Yeah.
being Jesus, and it hurts them. I think they must secretly hate Cameron for all the success he's gotten.
Yeah, he cornered the market on Christy stuff.
KC. Oh God! And Candace is in too, right? He got her. I think she's all Jesus-y too. Candace Cameron.
Oh, is she?
I think. Hey, hon. I think so. Andrea might know.
Is Andrea's friends with Candace? Can she text her?
She wants to be friends with Full House. Just if she could be friends with that thing, just whatever Full House. I think she's ignoring me on purpose because about this. But yeah, I think Candace jumped on the Christ is Lord bandwagon
All
as
right.
well.
Well,
How do you not? If you're around him all the time, you know
Yeah.
your brother. You got to put up with this.
you either got to believe or cut him out of your life. It's,
Right.
There's
It's just
no,
one
there's
of
no
the-
gray
there's
area.
not-
There's no. You're either going to hell or you're going to heaven with him. There's no gray.
nothing else.
there's nothing else, man.
I think
All,
Kirk
it's a
takes it.
zero-sum game with him.
Right, he don't fuck around. You gotta believe the Kirk Cameron style. There's nothing else. But I think Willie Ames walks out of that one.
Really.
Yeah, I think his.
Well,
faith-
he's got the superpowers.
Well, not only that, but like again, he's so dedicated. Look, like you said, Cameron. You could argue that his Christ movies have turned profits.
Yeah.
There's no way Willie Ames has made a dime doing that.
And Rick
Bible.
Schroeder's just in his backyard by a
Right.
campfire and a Bible. So I don't.
But
he's
they
not,
still do it, right? So I think that's.
I mean, Rick Schroeder's showing up to Costco's yelling at people in masks. I don't think Kirk's not. I mean,
He's
going
not
to
doing that.
protest.
Yeah,
But
he's not doing that shit.
He's not
Kirk-
individually showing up hoping somebody videotapes him so it goes viral.
Yeah, Kirk Cameron isn't hanging out with Kyle Rittenhouse, I don't think.
Yeah, yeah, he's not giving him money. Oh God, man! So that's wow. Is this a new battle royale? Do we have the battle of
But-
the born agains?
Here's a question though. What we know about Kirk Cameron is that
Yeah.
he brings in his wife to do kissing scenes in movies. He
Right.
won't.
Yeah.
So would Schroeder like kiss another woman in a movie?
Oh,
He brings in a mannequin of Jesus
yeah.
to do the kissing scenes.
I would write, man. If I had the money, I would give Kirk Cameron like $55 million, right? To have a black woman as his love interest in one of his movies, just to make his wife put on blackface to come in and kiss him for just to make it the most horrifically racist thing. See, let's just play. See if she'd make her go through all that, or would you just say, okay, fuck it, I'll just fake kiss this actress?
I would think
But
he
nope.
would make her go through all that.
I think, I think he would.
He would.
Oh man, look at that! Wow, that is.
Well,
Well,
he pulled back, and it looked like he was like eating brownie batter. It was just.
it's just the most racist, awful. Oh God. Well, let's do it. On that note, that's the intro, baby. Let's hit the music. I'm ready to ramble. And if you know the words, feel free to sing along at home, right? Right? I mean,
Yeah, of course.
driving home this evening, I could have sworn we had it all worked out. You had this boy believing, way beyond the shadow of a doubt. Well, I heard it on the street. I heard you might have found somebody new. Well, who is he, baby? Who is he? And tell me what it means to you. Everybody, I took it all for granted, but how was I to know that you'd be letting go? Now it cuts like a knife, but it feels so right. Yeah, it cuts like a knife, but it feels so right. There we go. Bam. Na 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 na. The great, the one and only. Have I told you guys? I think I have told you my Bryan Adams story about the guy.
Yeah, the guy who would come in and
he would just put on Run to You and just jam out and then leave every night. Oh, how he never shot up that bookstore, I have no idea.
Well, if you guys always had Run to You there, there's no reason to.
There's no reason. We're his source of one source.
If you
of
take
joy.
Run to You off the shelf and he comes in,
We're
you're
all
probably
dead.
not. You're not here today.
I'm gonna run to you, 'cause when the feeling's right, I'm gonna run all night.
That was probably his measurement for whether you shoot a place up or not. He probably just went to every Barnes and Noble and
Can I
checked to
play
make
Run
sure.
to You? Okay. All right. You're spared.
It's your lucky day. It's your lucky day.
I wonder what happened had someone already been at that station. That never happened. But I wonder what he would have done. Does he just snap? You know what I mean? Does he kill that person and just take the
comes up
headset? Just breaks their neck.
Just puts it on and just plays Run to You like nothing happened.
Oh fuck! Whew! Those were the days.
They
Man,
were.
That was. Could have sworn we had it all worked out. I'm gonna embarrass my girlfriend.
Yeah.
That song was playing the other day on the radio, and she thought Bryan Adams was like our age. I was
What?
like, I'm sorry, what? She's like, yeah, but didn't he get really big in the late 90s? And I'm like, what are you talking
What?
about? Like, what? She had him confused with the fucking Me Too guy, Ryan Adams.
oh, Ryan Adams.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, time out. I was like, this motherfucker's Bryan Adams is 60. He's 60
Yeah.
at least.
He was huge in the 80s.
80, early 80s. Cuts like a knife. Was
Early
83.
mid 80s. Yeah.
Cuts
Early
like a
mid 80s.
knife, but it feels alright. Yeah, that's. Do you think that hurts for Bryan Adams to get confused with Ryan? Think that would hurt his
What
ego
hurts
a little
more,
bit?
him getting confused with Ryan Adams, or the fact that his song was the one that sort of led the Robin Hood Prince of
Resurgence?
Thieves movie?
Oh, what song? What was that song? The Robin Hood Prince of Thieves song. What was it? God
I
damn it.
Die for You.
I died for you,
Walk the world for you.
That's right.
And I
Even
die.
though it's true. I do it all for you. Fucking song.
Does he wish he got Me Too before that song came out? That way the song never comes out?
That'd be Ryan Adams, though. Ryan
I
got
know,
me
but I'm just
too.
saying, does he wish he
Oh,
could
right.
switch
He could
places,
just play that card.
play
All
that
right,
card?
You guys
and
say this about the
Everything I do.
Grammy Award-winning song.
I do it for you.
You know it's true.
You know,
Everything I do.
dude.
So many do's in that song. And oohs.
Lot of do's. Lot of
Everything
do's.
rhymes with ooh. I gotta take a poo.
I'm gonna use the loo. 'Cause I do it.
Can I take a poo on you?
Oh God. We could watch Scrappy Doo and Scooby Doo too. Okay. All right.
What else one is two? You know it's true.
My favorite Golden Girl was Rue. Like, all right, we get it. Oh God.
Morgan Freeman's character hates Jews.
Oh God. Jesus. No one had more hits than Rod Carew. Like, all right. No one could hit like Carew.
These balls are blue. You know it's true.
Everything I do. Do it for Cody. Were you a little too young for that, weren't you?
Oh no,
That wasn't.
No,
That was.
I remember that song.
I think Cody liked that song. I think we hurt Cody. A little bit.
We might
We
have
were a
heard
Bryan
some-
Adams household.
Oh shit! Wow, Bryan Adams. So not to be confused with Ryan's the one
Bryan
that
Adams.
he got me too'd pretty hard, right? That was Ryan Adams.
Yeah, he's the one
Yes.
who was like recently like begging someone to let him make an album.
Oh, ouch! Wasn't he married to Mandy Moore too? I think. I thought he was
Believe
married to
so.
like one of the. Yeah, man, look at that, Jesus, man. So not to be confused with Brian. It is Ryan. All right, let's do it. Hall of Fame hat, baby. Let's rock and let's roll. What hat would they
Oh
wear?
shit!
I'm sorry, guys. I need a moment. I just need a moment. Man.
Take all the time you need.
Yeah, thank you. Jeez. Whew. I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it.
What?
Things weren't looking too good for me during my cancer, my initial chemo treatments and stuff. And then
Yeah.
Andrea just brought in a little on. She loaded onto my phone all your harmonica playing, and then the next thing you know, they say I'm cancer free. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just putting it
I
out
mean-
there. Just putting it out there.
I've had discussions with LA County about sort of piping in harmonica music throughout the hospitals.
Right.
Maybe even more so of replacing chemotherapy and radiation with
Yep.
just harmonica vibrations.
Yep.
And they're saying it's too experimental and they want to do it. But the proof is in the pudding.
I think, you know what I think the real excuse is? We're out of business because no one's ever going to be sick again.
Right. Right.
That's what that is.
Right.
That's what that is.
They want to keep you sick.
Thank you. See? We got a first timer. You ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
Chris Parks. What is Parky? Parks.
Parks.
Parky. Hey guys, first time emailing, came over after a few years of listening to Eddie on the Ralph Report. Well,
Oh,
thank
thanks,
you.
Chris.
Anyway, let's get down to brass tacks like it's a hardcore match. All right, what hat would they wear? Hands down, Super Nintendo's Donkey Kong Country. Revamp the franchise by letting Donkey Kong Jr. turn face and blaze his own path. Every Kong game after owes everything to what this game did. Wow. And thank
Good
you,
points.
Chris.
Good points.
Welcome to the party. The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs, he has to go. Same one, Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. One of my favorite games ever. The minecart level is an all-timer. Not disagreeing with that one. Graham and Faye from Canada. Hat Donkey Kong video game, a creepy-ass life-sized Cabbage Patch Kid lumbers up to the Hall of Fame podium and begins to set up an old CRTV with a well-worn ColecoVision. As the best of the console Bronze Age, it's got to be Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. Doubleheader for the Evil Commish on the ColecoVision. I believe the white cartridge was a Donkey Kong and the Atari 2600. That's right, which ironically was produced by a little upstart Japanese company called Nintendo. Nintendo, they're just likely a flash in the pan company, never to be heard from again. Right? It's true. That's right. The white one was the Atari one. That's the one I had, but I had the adapter so I could play it on my Coleco. Jeremy Bienvenu for the Butler bracket. I'm going to throw in Alpha 5. From the Power Rangers.
Oh.
Cody, your thoughts on this? All he did was help the Rangers and Zordon from the command center. Not sure if it counts because I wouldn't call him a butler. But he also did assist Mr. Rourke throughout the series, so he's throwing in Tattoo from Hervé Villachez. He just wants him back in a Ramble bracket. Cody, does Alpha 5 count? Were you a Power Rangers guy?
I was, yeah. I think it would count.
So we might have 22 now. We have to find someone else to toss in there with Alpha 5.
What about Tweaky from Buck Rogers.
Was he a butler?
He wasn't really a butler, but he was kind of sitting there. He always helped him out. He was kind of walking around the.
That's true. Someone
never-
also. That would be interesting. Someone also offered.
If you
up-
need somebody, I think Tweaky's there.
The Moxie Man 665 on Twitter said Consuela from Family Guy, but the only problem is they write her to do everything, so she's almost like an I Dream of Jeannie level powerhouse. So I don't know if she would count because of all the shit she's done on the show. It
and
might
with
be like
Tweaky,
it's a squash.
He had the circle thing on his chest. Was that Odie?
Yep. I don't remember what it was called, but yes.
But that was the thing that was always coming and helped them out. Tweaky just sort of carried that thing around, and that was sort
That's
of
true.
like.
Cody, what do you
I think
think?
he filled that butler role in Buck Rogers.
All right, I'm gonna Cody. Do you have the list in front of you?
I can pull it up. Yeah.
All right, so we have to add Alpha 5
Mm-hmm.
from Power Rangers
Mm-hmm.
and Tweaky from Buck Rogers. We're going for it. And then Tweaky from Buck. And then, Cody, did you already add Tattoo from Fantasy Island?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the other one, there's going to be some controversy, I think, with that pick. But Eddie, look, he's thinking outside. Eddie's he's not picking your mom's butler. Right?
No.
This ain't your grandpa's
This is
butler.
the 25th century, right? Buck Rogers in the 25th
Right.
century. So
Right.
the role of the butler could have changed by that point.
That's true. That's true.
We're talking future.
So Jeremy Bienvenu, thank you for those. And he goes, his hat submission, his honorable mention goes to Donkey Kong Country. The first time I ever played as a kid, my dad had wrote my mom into going to a timeshare presentation, and there's a room with snacks and video games to help keep the kids occupied. I sat down with my grape juice and goldfish and played Donkey Kong Country for hours. Oh, shit. But my vote has to go to the OG Donkey Kong Country arcade cabinet. A Tex-Mex place in town that my family went to all the time had the Donkey Kong cabinet, and I'd post up from the time we got here until we'd left, just throwing quarter after quarter into that machine, hoping to beat it. I probably put hundreds of dollars into that machine until they eventually took it away. Why'd they take it away? That sucks. They're clearly making money off it. Jeez. Damian Bottriell.
Bots.
Yo-ho Ramblers, Damian Bottriell here for some good old-fashioned rambling. I'm coming off a high from being in the bridal party last week where I picked the song the groomsmen came out to. I had to go with the victory celebration from A New Hope, and it might be over-exaggerating, but I feel like we got a Road Warrior pop. Hey, there we go. My Hall of Fame hat for Donkey Kong games is the first Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. The minecart level alone is one of the greatest things in video games ever. Man, this is, for the Ramblers, DKC's running away with this. Donkey Kong Country is running away with it. Michael Worms. Hey, crew, even though I've already hitched my ride to Vicky, I would like to submit the Ramble Zone. and Michael, she's already in it. But this is, I can only imagine the light in Cody's eyes when he saw this. I want to submit the Ramble Zone. Marla Gibbs as Florence, the wisecracking maid from the Jeffersons. Mr. Belvedere is toast. Look at that. Marla's back. Marla is back. Hall of Fame hat. Donkey Kong Jr. We played the hell out of this game in the arcades when it first came out. More popular, I think, the original Donkey Kong in the vein of Aliens and Terminator 2. It spurred its own Saturday morning cartoon, and it helped give life to the Donkey Kong franchise. Thank you, Worms. And then the person who I confused with Worms and each other way back when, Michael Mills. Hey, guys. Hope this reached you in time. It did. I would have gotten it earlier, but I was at Blossom Music Center near Cleveland tonight watching Garbage and Tears for Fears. So good. Garbage is really good. And let me tell you something, Shirley Manson, as Eddie might say, can still have it all. You believe? She was always mega, yeah. And, of course, Tears for Fears.
She can have it.
Was
and
fucking
Tears Fears can
excellent.
have it.
They can have it.
Tears,
I'm not
they can
saying no to them.
If they want it, if they want it,
night out.
They can have it.
Oh yeah. Well, they get what they want. It's Tears
That's
for
what I'm
Fears,
saying.
Dude.
They take what they want, so they can have it.
Take what they want. So if I'm not too late here, my submissions for this week, let's ramble the fuck on, shall we? Hall of Fame, Donkey Kong video game. Well, Jerry, that's an excellent question. I'm glad you asked. Since I just beat it earlier this week, I'm going to go with Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for the Wii U. God damn, what a hard game, but so much fun. That's crazy, Miller, because I just finished it a couple of days ago myself. And yes, that was hard as shit, but so much fun. I played the Switch port. I had the Wii U when I'm going to do a YouTube video all about this. This game was like my Moby Dick, guys. This Donkey Kong Country.
This is your white
Tropical
whale.
It was my white whale massively. 8 years it took me to finally get through this fucking thing. 2 different systems, but I finally passed it, and it was so fucking good. Cody, did you have an entrance for the Donkey Kong video game Hall of Fame?
The only one that I ever spent time with would probably go on my list, which is Donkey Kong 64.
Oh! I was so surprised nobody picked that one. That was an excellent game.
Mm-hmm.
That was an excellent game for the Nintendo 64. Also had an awesome banana yellow cartridge. And I believe they also, and I have it, Eddie was there when I traded in my regular Nintendo 64 for this. They also had the clear green Nintendo 64 for the Donkey Kong 64. That's a fucking great one. Eddie, what's yours, man?
I go original ColecoVision Donkey Kong because that's
D1.
what introduced me to Donkey Kong.
That's fucking great, man.
That's what introduced me to it, so I go with that one.
This I don't know if this is a first or not, but we have all 3 different. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. Mine was like Cody, someone that no one had. I had Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. I had that one as mine because that's Dixie is my favorite Donkey Kong universe character, and that's the one where you got to play as Dixie and Diddy. Fuck it, but they're all great. And yes, the minecart stages.
That original Donkey Kong game spurned 2 massive video game franchises.
Its own and Super Mario Brothers. It is crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy. And Paulina finally came back into the world. The girl that Mario saves. She's the mayor of New Donk City in Super Mario Odyssey. She came back in action.
It's just crazy that one video game.
One game.
With those 2 characters just completely
took over the game. Video games. Just took over. So yeah, that is ground zero. You're not wrong.
That's crazy.
That is fucking amazing.
Did you ever play Mario Brothers, the original Mario Brothers?
Oh, sure. Hell yeah. Yeah.
That was a weird one.
That was a fun one. The introduction of the PAL block, I believe.
Yeah.
That was a great one. So here's the thing. Next week, I'm going to be out of town. So we might have to, I forgot to tell Cody or Eddie this, we might have to do, if we can tape this upcoming Friday, because we're leaving Saturday. So if we could do a quick marathon, if any guys have the time. If not, we just will go blank.
That may be tough. I don't know. I have to see.
We might just go blank for the week and not have a ramble, which is no big deal either.
Friday, I'm taking Colton to Disneyland because I got Star Wars Nights tickets.
Oh, baby.
But it's not till later in the day. I mean, we have to go early. But I might be able to do it. Maybe.
So there's a chance we're not going to ramble. So should we say what 307s are going to be and then the lists, or do we just... I say we make the call. Do we not ramble next week and then just give the ramblers extra time to come up with everything? What do y'all think?
Yeah, because if we go on Friday, I'm probably out unless it's in the evenings.
Evenings. See, so, all right, let's do this.
I definitely can't do the evening.
We're just gonna next week. We're taking off because of this trip. All right, deal. Is that cool? So
how cool is it the Ramblers get to hear all this pre-production talk?
Yeah,
it's
like we just throw it right in the middle of the show.
There. We don't care.
This should be on Patreon. This
shouldn't
be free.
Yes, you're right.
This is all bonus content. We throw right in the middle of the show.
A meeting, a work meeting, a show meeting right during the show. So Ramble 307, which will come a week late, but don't worry, it'll still come. Canadian songwriter. Which Canadian which Canadian songwriter?
Didn't we just talk about one extensively?
Yep, we did.
We
didn't have time for you. That's true.
I don't know how anyone's beating him.
If he takes out Joni Mitchell or Neil Young, that is going to be a travesty. But Bieber, the Biebs, everyone would do. So Canadian songwriter for Ramble 307. Now it's open, close, and encore time. Everybody, that's the time this is. Ooh, I'm excited. Open, close, and encore. is blistering speed safe to say? Blistering? Like blistering speed.
I have a callus on my lips that I developed over time. If you tried to do that just without the months and months of building up the callus, you'll rip your skin off your lips.
I don't want to bad talk anybody. Okay? So let me preface it with that, but I also have to talk about it. I have to say it. I just feel bad. But Eddie, I heard a story that you were hanging out with incredible, amazing guitarist Yngwie Malmsteen. And Yngwie was like, hey, play something on the harmonica. I'll chase it. I'll play it on the guitar. Right. And the first thing you did, I heard two different stories. I heard he got really mad, and I also heard that he just pretended his hand was cramping and said, hey, let's do it another time.
Okay, they're both kind of there's truth in both of those stories.
Okay.
It's somewhere but the truth is somewhere in between those. He did initially get mad, right, but then he checked himself because he's a pro,
right?
And then he was like, oh, I'm sorry, my hand was cramping, and then I gave him a side eye, and then he fessed up. I'm not capable of keeping up because he's a pro. He didn't.
Are you
he
still
knew
friends?
What was going on.
Have you ever jammed with him since?
We've talked about it, but I don't.
Yeah.
It was I put him in such a weird place, and I don't. I think it's best if we both don't do that.
Yeah.
For both of us.
That's that. Look, and someone who I like Yngwie, but I don't see how he could have kept up. I really don't.
And it's I think it's like I said, it's just best for both of us to not try to collaborate again.
Right. Yeah. No. Okay. All right. Well, there it is. All right. From our first time emailer, Chris Park, CP, another CP, Parky. What would Limp Bizkit open? Did you do this one, Eddie? Limp Bizkit open close.
This was as tough as doing as when we did the top 5 boy bands. Did we do NSYNC songs, or what did we do? We did a top 5 Backstreet Boys songs, right?
Yeah, I think so.
This was on par with that.
And this was tough for me for different reasons.
The exact opposite reason.
This was one of the first times Cody had too many to choose from. He's like, what if they do like 3 encores? Can we have this? Like a triple encore. Chris Park says you start with break stuff. I have no idea what that is. Is that a good choice?
I don't know.
Cody?
Oh, you know break stuff.
I don't know if I know that one. Is that it?
You absolutely know break stuff.
All right. I know the closer, Nookie. I know that one.
I know Nookie. Everybody unfortunately knows Nookie.
Cody, I don't know if this is a good one either. You encore with Sour. Unless it's a festival and they can get Method Man to join them for In Together Now. Mm-hmm. You know what all this means.
I don't.
Cody
just
came his pants.
So my Limp Bizkit knowledge is limited to those kind of like 2 albums where they were big.
When they took over.
I don't really know $3 Bill Y'all all that much.
Okay. All right. Brian Hill. Hello, Ramblers. This is Brian Hill, a.k.a. Seahawks fan 1987. Here to submit my open, close, and encore. I open with Rollin'. Close with Nookie, encore with break stuff. Was a fan of the band back in the day. Then as I got older, not so much anymore. Keep up the funnies. All right. Thank you.
Fair weather fan, that's fine.
Fair weather Limp Bizkit fan. Here are the real ones. Dustin Jacobs, The American Dream, says you open with break stuff, watch the video. It encapsulates that era. You close with My Way. They were part of arguably the greatest main event in wrestling history. Perhaps LB is why Austin turned heel and ruined his career. Is that Limp Bizkit's fault? Maybe. You encore with Nookie, the song that put him on the map and was the only hope against Backstreet NSYNC dominance at Total Request Live.
I just don't think you can open with break stuff. I think that's a closer.
Is My Way a cover of the Sinatra song, or was that?
It is.
Oh, no, I remember that's My Way. That one, right? Is that My Way? Yeah, I remember that one.
They did Lean on Me, too. Is that a cover? Lean on Me?
Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help
somebody
you carry on.
to lean
on. It won't be long till I'm going to need. Graham and Faye of Canada, you open with Roland. You close with Generation. What the fuck
My
is
Generation.
that? Okay, and then the encore with Nookie, all of which were heard endlessly at the core of game soundtracks.
My Generation, also not a cover of The Who. This
Of
is
The Who, while playing,
this is original.
while playing NHL hits back in the day. Great game series, but oh my god, the soundtracks were like being trapped in a nightmare loop of Monday Night Raw. Andrea, do you know if your girl Candace Cameron went all Jesus-y like her brother Kirk? She thinks she is. I just wanted, we were wondering. All right. So Jeremy Bienvenu. I remember for WrestleMania 17, there were rumors that they would be there to perform The Undertaker's theme live, and we had tickets to it at the Astrodome in Houston, and I was so excited, but they didn't play. Instead, Motorhead showed up and did Triple H's theme, which is awesome, and Limp Bizkit would end up doing Taker's 2 years later. All right. Okay, this is... I know one that Bienvenu mentions now. You open with Rearranged. All right, I'm going to say great call, Jeremy. You close with My Way. I still think to this day one of the best video packages WWE has ever put together was one for the Austin Rock WrestleMania at 17 with this song. Everything about it fits so perfectly. You encore with Out of Style. It's off their newest album, and as a Limp Bizkit fan, I dug it. All right.
Look, you guys can claim you don't know these songs, but I can guarantee you, if you heard them, you would know them.
You know, like, oh, I
You
know
would know
that.
Rearranged for sure.
All right.
Rearranged.
David Batriel bots, my OC bots for Limp Bizkit. They open with Rollin', complete with Undertaker on motorcycle, waving his American flag like WrestleMania. They close with My Way. The promo video for Rock vs. Austin WrestleMania 17 to me is the best hype video WWE's ever produced. They encore with the cover of George Michael's Faith, just so I can hear Jerry's impression of it. So I'm showing you that door because I'm going to have faith. Michael Werman. Worms. I tried to take this one seriously. John Otto is a good drummer, and Wes Borland's a fantastic guitar player, and had to counterbalance whatever Fred Durst has did or does. Open The Truth. The best songs are when Fred got out of his own way and let the musicians shine. You close with Faith off of $3 bills, y'all. I guess I had to go with the one hit song. This is actually a pretty solid album for a debut, and at the time it was a different sound. Encore, Nobody Like You off Significant Other. Jazzy, almost proggy moments, and the song is greatly helped with guest vocalists from Jonathan Davis of Korn and the late Scott Weiland. All right. Cody, you like that OCE? Is that a decent one?
Not bad. The Truth is a good pick. I like that one.
All right. Michael Miller, Encore, Limp Bizkit. So not a fan of Limp Bizkit. I mean, I fucking hate them. Fortunately for me, a coworker.
Don't submit then.
A coworker just went to see him a few nights ago, so I can tell you with a certain degree of certainty, they open with Dad Vibes, they close with Counterfeit, and they didn't do an encore at all. Also, according to my coworker, they played for less than an hour and a half. All right.
What?
Wow. So, all right, Cody. This is my basic bitch Limp Bizkit pick. I have them open with Faith. You close with Nookie, encore with Rollin', because they're gonna keep rolling, right? Even as the show ends.
Yeah.
Eddie, what did you have?
I guess I would open with Rollin'.
Okay.
Just because that would get like get the wrestling fans in the crowd pumped,
right?
Because maybe Undertaker comes out. You don't know.
All right.
And then I guess you would close with Nookie.
You did it all for it.
Because I know that song.
Yep.
And then encore with, I think I'm scrolling down the list of greatest hits because that's actually a thing on here.
Stop it.
Douchebag. Encores with douchebag.
All right. Now we're going to turn to our Limp Bizkit expert right here. Now we're
school us.
Like time out. Like MC Hammer said. Ring the bell. School's in, sucker. Here we go. Cody's about to take us to school.
I actually keep it pretty basic when it comes to this. I don't. There's no need to throw in any kind of curveballs here. You open with My Generation, I believe, and then I think you close with Nookie.
Oh,
and then Break Stuff has to send them all home. You just gotta end with that. You can't open with that. People are gonna tear down the place. You got nowhere to go after that.
That's true. Wow, that's a good. All right, well there you go. Look at that.
I close with Nookie, and our in-house expert Limp Bizkit fan closed with Nookie. So that's
I did too. I closed.
So we all closed with Nookie. So we all
knew that.
Yeah.
We all knew that. Wait a minute. So how many songs do they have that were named after other famous songs? My Generation, My Way. Like it's like our Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is way different. Like, oh, okay, all right.
It's not the same Thriller.
It's a whole. This is no. You're thinking of Michael Jackson, Billie Jean. This is a Limp Bizkit, Billie Jean. Ramble 307. Let's do it. The first family of punk, the Ramones. Huh? What would the Ramones open, close, and encore with? That is a tough one, man. And it's time to read books and play video games. Get right here, gang. Look at this. I'm reading books, I'm playing video games. Bring your pussy over here. We're reading books and playing games. Ow.
I mean, if your pussy wasn't already over here, it's there by now.
It's there now. It's at your door.
I mean, if you were hesitant because video games and books isn't your thing, but then you hear that, your pussy's detaching and coming along it's without there. You. With or without you.
With or without you. It's made a decision. It has made a decision. Damien Bottriell. I've been slowly working through the audiobook of Two Towers, but work has me training some new guys, which is severely impeded on my podcast/audiobook listening time. I dived back into Ghost of Tsushima for a little bit because I never platinumed a game before and decided that Ghost is going to be the one. Oh, that's awesome. Good luck, bots. Let me know how that goes. Michael Mills. Finally got around to reading the comic book miniseries Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. Excellent story. Wish they would have made this into a movie. As I said earlier, I just beat DKC Tropical Freeze on the Wii U. Now I'm going back trying to collect all the puzzle pieces and do all the time trials and whatnot. Wish me luck. Holy shit. If you're going to try to 100% that game, best of luck to you, Mills, and let us know when you do it. That sounds like a chore, but I'm here for you, man. I'm finished Tropical Freeze, just finished Luigi's Mansion 3. I'm kind of going through games that I haven't beaten for forever, so I'm just going through that right now. Eddie, you reading anything? You playing anything?
Colton finally got 100% complete on Lego Skywalker
Amazing.
Saga.
Amazing.
And he saved the last character he unlocked.
Yeah.
He saved it for the very end. Dex.
There it is.
He unlocked Dex at the very end.
Look at that. True. So. Man, look
Dex
at that.
Dex is free in the world.
He's out there. He's out there. Cody, you reading anything? You playing anything?
Nah, not this week. I'm taking it easy this week, so I got nothing new to report.
All right. That's all right. There we go. And gang, it's top 5 time. You believe that? You believe this? Already here. It's the time of the show where we rank the top 10. Man, Jesus Christ.
Subtle, but
just right
enough
there
to shake you to your core.
Right. It's like, God, just, man, my God, Eddie.
I mean, should we do an open close encore one day with harmonica songs?
You really think people could pick? You really think people could pick?
I mean, it'd be tough. I'm just saying.
Do you imagine the controversy with every single pick? Oh, you're going to open with that? You should close with that.
That's a closer, man.
Yeah, it's an encore.
It's tough.
I don't know. It's Jesus. It's maybe you could have Ingve call in, and he could do open close encore with the hardest ones. He has to. He quit on trying to match you. Because there's no way he could keep up with any of them, right? But maybe
we've already been down that road. Yeah,
right. Maybe we could rank the most difficult ones. I'm just saying. I don't know. Chris Parks, no comment on Moon Knight as I haven't seen it. Well, it's about to get spoiled, Chris. So but it says ramble on, motherfuckers. The American Dream, DJ Dustin Jacobs. Top 5. Number 5, the acting abilities of Oscar Isaac. Number 4, the audience realizing that Mark is insane and in addition God has chosen him to be his avatar. Number 3, Mark gets shot shockingly at the midway point. Number 2, everything in the psych ward. And number 1, personally, number 3 shows up in the post-credit. Personality, number 3, shows up in the post-credits of the finale. Yeah, that was Jesus. Graham and Faye. Firstly, it has to be said that Marvel's always capable of doing interesting things in each of these stories. The whole Moon Knight series is once again something entirely different than I was expecting. Each digital graphic novel is never the same as the last. Number 5, not so much a moment, perhaps, the lack of some explanation. You would have thought that there would have been at least some small shred of tie or crossover with the Egyptian gods in history and the Eternals. Without a doubt, the Eternals remain a very convoluted piece of the MCU. Is it the equivalent to the Inhumans in the main canon of the MCU? But I guess you could say that the MCU both redeemed Black Bolt and made a statement on the Eternals in one fell swoop, a la Sam Raimi style. I mean, and then Eddie sent me an article. Eddie, go ahead.
Apparently, there was supposed to be a little bit of a crossover with Eternals and Moon Knight in one of those episodes.
And the Egyptian gods, right?
The Egyptian gods.
Yeah.
And even though there's even rumors there was supposed to be some Gore the God Butcher in there too. But I guess the article said they didn't have enough money, which seems like bullshit because it's Disney. But they probably didn't want to fund enough. They want to push enough money into Moon Knight, I guess, to do it. But
interesting.
It would have made it interesting to tie those together a little bit. I'm sure they'll clean it up at some point. And if you sort of pull it apart, like I think Jerry and I were talking about, we kind of pulled it apart a little bit the other night. And it makes some sense how they fit in that world.
Right.
If you just take the Eternals as the Celestials just find planets with life on them, then throw that seed of a Celestial into that planet, send the Eternals there to help grow the population.
Yeah.
So, like, you would still have that population's still going to be there with or without the Eternals. So you're going to have your gods are still going to be manipulating the people living there. So they can coexist.
Yeah.
It just would have been nice to see them interact because they would have run into each other at some point.
You would think,
history.
Right? Yeah, exactly. I wanted to have seen that too. Yeah. Number 4, he goes, Arthur Harrow's story arc is Khonshu, previous is Fist of Vengeance. Number 3, finding the tomb of Alexander the Great. Number 3, and then Graham and Faye say, I think there's a missed opportunity by not having Iron Maiden's Power Slave somewhere in the soundtrack of this series.
That should have been main theme.
Right? Number 2, the entire series performance by Oscar Isaac with the Mark Steven duality. And number 1, the post-credit scene where it is revealed that Khonshu still had a third personality in his pocket, and Jake Lockley exacts quick justice on Harrow, then drives away. GameStop Graham-ism. My guess is we may see a pinch more Moon Knight perhaps in the Blade story arc. Black and Moon Knight's arc would seem to be a good placement when one is taking on the undead. Time will soon tell. I would like to see Black Knight, Blade, and Moon Knight. That'd be pretty cool. Lastly, I would say something about those Dallas Stars, but my Winnipeg Jets are already out prior to that, so I'll just shut my trap on that one. The Battle of Alberta should be fun, and if Game 1 is any indication of things to come, it'll be a grind right to the end. The constant stream of memes and cheap shots from all my friends in both Edmonton and Calgary are seriously even more entertaining than the games. Next stop, CFL footy ball season. There we go. Ramble off. Graham and Faye, Winnipeg. Winnipeg, eh? Look at that. The Jets did not make the playoffs, did they?
I thought
they did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I thought they did. I was mistaken. Bots, Damien Montreal. Bots. Top 5 Moon Knight moments. It says a lot about a show that I can't outrank any moment. I was hanging on everything that was happening. I'll leave this list to the rest of the Ramblers. Glad to hear Jerry's back in contention for the Stall of Fame. Thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing him back on Twitch. Eddie, congrats on the Ralph Report hitting 1,000 episodes. Cody, day baseball, baby! Rambler out. Damien Montreal. Michael Werman, top 5 Moon Knight. Honorable mention, the post-credit meeting Jake Lockley finally. Number 5, Stephen Grant meeting Mark Spector and summoning the suit for the first time, pummeling that Egyptian attack dog. Number 4, the ice cream truck scene, blacking out, taking out the mercenaries while Wake Me Up by Wham was playing. Number 3, the entire 4th episode, The Tomb, which had horror, treasure hunting, even if we didn't really see Moon Knight. Number 2, Moon Knight's first appearance, punching the invisible terror dogs. And number 1, the 5th episode and learning about the beginning of Mark's childhood traumas, including his mother's hatred for him. Best to you guys, Worms. Michael Mills. As I said before, I don't do Marvel, so instead, here are my list of the top 5 songs Tears for Fears played tonight. All right. Number 5, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Number 4, Break It Down Again. Number 3, Sowing the Seeds of Love. Number 2, Woman in Chains, the female background singer whose name escapes me at 3:30 a.m. was amazing. Almost brought me to tears. Almost. And number 1, Shout. Obviously, the big encore is always going to be Shout, right? Okay, that's all I got for this week. Hope everybody has a great week. Stay safe, everyone. Bye. Michael S. Miller. P.S. The background singer for Tears for Fears. Her name is Karina Round. So good. Michael S. Miller. Mills. So Ramble 307 will be doing top 5 tag team finishers like we promised. So you have an extra week to get those submissions in. But get them in as soon as you can. Don't worry, we won't lose them. My number 5 was the ice cream truck chase / battle. Eddie, your number 5?
My number 5 was Scarlet Scarab.
Oh, that was a great. That was
Which
my
she
honorable
debuted.
mention. I forgot to say that. Yeah, that was
I
awesome.
thought that was
Yes.
that was pretty cool.
And her outfit looked fucking dope as shit too.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
Cody, did you have a top 5 for this one?
No, since I haven't finished, I.
Oh
stayed
no,
away.
we're spoiled it. I'm
Oh.
sorry, Cody. Things are
That's-
gonna get spoiled.
It's fine.
My number 4 was the Khonshu Amit Godzilla fight.
Oh yeah, that was cool. That's in my list, but not here. My number 4 is the ice cream truck chase scene when he's blacked out and coming to, and it's murder and mayhem, and then he comes, like that whole. I mean, they used that several times throughout, but that was one.
That
of my
first one
favorite
was
parts of
awesome.
the show.
Yeah, that was great. My number 3 was the first time we go into the asylum, and for half a second you're like, "What? Fuck! Wait, is this all in his head?" Yeah, that was great. I loved that.
My number 3 was the episode. The Tomb episode was sort of like a mini Raiders of the Lost Ark.
The Alexander the Great one. Yeah,
Alexander the Great, Mummy. Sort of. It was that whole whole genre. They sort of like spoofed. It was kind of fun.
My number 2 was all things Stephen Grant. He is easily my favorite character of the show.
Yeah. Number 2 is that first time you see Moon Knight when he beats the shit out of those dogs, and you're like, "Oh fuck!" I mean, that gave me a whole different tone of what I thought the series was going to go.
Yeah,
it didn't go that way.
Right.
So it took me like that whole second episode. I was like, okay. It took me a second to readjust.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I was in.
My number 1. What else could it be but the revelation of the third personality?
Yeah, that's my number 1.
Yeah. Look at that.
We were waiting. Yeah.
Yeah, we're waiting.
We were waiting the whole time for where's Jake? Where's Jake?
Right.
And we're like, is he gonna have the black suit? Like what? I mean, I
Right.
almost wished they had spent that entire last episode dealing with the third personality coming through.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I don't know if we're gonna get a second season. I mean, I guess it leaves us.
God, I
something
hope
to-
so now. Yeah.
So do I. Or at least when we see him in the movies, we have that to look forward to. The
Exactly.
big reveal of the Jake Lockley Moonlight.
Yeah.
But
That would be fucking. Yeah. Let's hope. But there we
I
go.
love that
Next
show. That was such a good show.
It was a good one. It was really fun. Next Ramble 307, a week later. FYI, and we're going to be doing Canadian songwriter goes into the Songwriter Hall of Fame for Canada. Who's repping Canada right there. Open close encore, the Ramones, top 5 tag team finishers. There we go. You know where to find us. We love you all. Stay safe, everybody. We'll see you Friday, and then we'll see you after another week. All right? Take care, everyone.